my channel today. Today we are going to be doing an episode of Today's subject for foundation files is going to be Milani's new 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. This is actually not super new to the market, but it's new to me because for some reason in my area, this is super difficult to get a hold of. I went to a couple of different towns, and actually the stores in my town that used to sell Milani no longer sell Milani. They pulled them out of the stores. They said they didn't sell enough, so I was running out of places to buy Milani, so I finally just went online, grabbed my foundation, and grabbed a few lippies on my way over there, and I am so glad I picked this guy up. Now I quickly want to go over what the website claims for this foundation. It says combat under eye circles, redness, and other skin imperfections with this full coverage water resistant foundation plus concealer in one. A no mess, no drip pump dispenses just the right amount of fluid needed to achieve a flawless look and works around the clock to keep skin looking naturally perfect. Now I'm going to show you quickly an application of the foundation, and then we're going to come back here and talk about my thoughts on it. Already I have cleansed and moisturized my face and applied a primer, and today I used my NYX Angel Veil primer, and now I am going to pin back my hair and look like I escaped from an insane asylum. And I am actually going to be applying today with a beauty blender, since that's what I apply normally with. I don't even use brushes anymore. And I'm just going to apply the product to the one side of my face and then show you the difference. Oh yes. And now I am going to apply to the rest of my face. Now I'm going to use this as the concealer, and I am just going to kind of spot treat some places. I am not going to be able to use this for my under eye. My under eyes are way too dark, and I also like to use a much brighter color concealer for my under eyes. So I am going to conceal the places on my face that need to be concealed, and for that they just say you pump out an extra pump and apply where is needed. So just as a foundation and a concealer, this is the end result. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup so you can kind of see what it looks like on like how I would normally wear it. Now Milani's Conceal and Perfect Foundation rings in at $9.99 per bottle, and it comes with 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty standard for almost all foundations. I think that the price is pretty incredible and affordable for the actual quality of this foundation. I feel like this foundation can be a medium to a full coverage foundation. I think it's very buildable, but it also gives you that nice luminous glow. It doesn't say that it's supposed to do that, but I felt like it did that with my skin personally. I felt like it was giving me that nice dewy finish. I really like it, and I also like to think that this is what I like to call a blur foundation. I feel like it totally blurs out any fine lines, wrinkles, imperfections, things like that. It makes me look like I'm naturally photoshopped. It makes me feel like I'm naturally photoshopped. It just gives me that like, it just looks like you can't see. It's all blurry. It's all blurry skin. It looks so good. Now my only negative or drawback to this foundation actually isn't really a negative at all. It's just a personal preference of mine. I do this with any foundation that claims to be a foundation and a concealer. I never use it for the concealer purposes. With this, it says you're supposed to use it as a foundation and then go back over the areas you want to conceal and apply even more. I just feel like there's no sense in that for me. I'm gonna grab a concealer from an outside source, like just a concealer standalone on its own, and use it as opposed to using my foundation. I just feel like it ever does as good of a job. That's probably something totally mental for me and not reality, but it's just a personal preference of mine. So for me, this is just an amazing foundation not a concealer as well. Another one of the things that's kind of a little bit of a drawback for me, but again, this is another totally personal or internal problem, is it did oxidize on my skin, but it didn't oxidize negatively for me. The color oxidized and became a little bit darker than what the shade in the actual, like when it pumps out and when I very first rub it in. It did oxidize a little bit darker, but I have a super tan right now and I just feel like this matches me at the moment. So it wasn't necessarily a really bad thing, but I just have to keep that in mind. Like in the winter time, I need to get like one shade lighter than what I already am because it did oxidize on my skin. Now that's not to say that it necessarily will oxidize on your skin because every person's skin, like our chemistries are different and it may not do the same thing to you, but for me personally, it oxidized a little bit darker onto my skin, but that's okay. I have a tan. I'm okay with it right now. It's summertime and I'll just keep that in mind and log it for winter. I definitely think that the coverage on this foundation is incredible. I think it's a medium coverage and can be totally built into a full coverage foundation. I think that's where the like foundation conceal part comes in. For me, I like to have a nice full coverage foundation, so I do kind of like to do 2 layers of the foundation. I feel like that gives me the coverage that I really need, and maybe not need but want, and I really like that this gives me that option. I am always all for a medium coverage that can be built to full coverage so that if I have that day where I want to wear medium, I can go back and forth. But I just really love what this does to the skin and how it does just blur out those fine lines and wrinkles, and I feel like it does a really nice job of hiding and masking my pores. I just really feel like this gives me that airbrushed feel or look. Longevity on the skin, I have to say, I wear this foundation, put it on in the morning, and by night I'm still feeling great. And I'm really oily right now and I'm not even having any issues with oil with this foundation. I think this foundation all in all is just a home run. I'm going to be reaching for this foundation all the time. I absolutely love it. I don't see any actual negatives with the foundation. I absolutely love it. I think for the price point, it's so much more inexpensive than my expensive one. So I'm going to be reaching for this almost every day. Like seriously, Milani, home run, knocked it out of the ballpark. Yes, please. Longevity, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10. For coverage, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10. And can we not forget to mention the fact that this pump is freaking awesome. It pumps out just the right amount for each layer, and it is a super cute, cool pump, and it has our closey close lid. I love the bottle. It looks great on my vanity. It's super duper cute packaging. It is just a 10 out of 10 overall home run for me. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel. I really hope that you enjoy these foundation files. If you would like to see more foundation files, please hit that thumbs up so I know that you enjoy these videos and I know to continue to make more on our foundation files. And if you liked what you saw here today, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our Foxy family. We love you guys so much. We are all just trying to be positive and encouraging to each other here, and I love all of you and just how supportive and amazing you guys have been to me and to each other. I think it's incredible and amazing, and I am loving watching our family grow. And if you want to follow me anywhere else, I am going to be in all the social media links that I am going to leave down below. And as always, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. You're amazing. I love you. I love you. I love you. This little fox and I are going to say peace. So, peace. Bye. Always been like my favorite. I think I just like how this looks on my vanity because it looks really cool and gothic-y. I like it. And you open it up and she has like